Hey, good evening, Mike. I wanted to share with you a little bit of an overview of some of the additional functionality of the platform. I know one of the things that I've heard in the marketplace is there are alternatives out there for tracking the level of waste in your mullet containers. I just want to give you an overview to show you that this platform just doesn't give you simple dashboards and overviews of waste levels in the containers. There's a whole other layer of functionality. So I'm going to go through three things. I'm going to go through the CRM, I'm going to do a route plan, and I'm going to do a route schedule. And what that should give you is an idea of how powerful the platform can be if you start to integrate it and almost use it as a mini ERP for running the collection business, both for yourself and your clients. So let me just log in here and go to the first piece. Try to make this video pretty compact so it's not taking up most of your afternoon. So here's Milton. Here's a Milton location and all the containers we have here. We did a bunch of managed locations. So these are all actual sensors. These ones here, the ones that are colored, and all the blue ones are what they call managed containers. So let's get into the CRM functionality first and foremost. So under collections, you're going to have CRM. And within the CRM, you're going to have a bunch of customers. So what I've done here, if I've just put some customers in here, you can see this customer has one location. So if you go view, it'll show that customer's information and then their address. This is actually our address. But you can go in deep here and play around with customers. Let's say you have like 50 customers you're collecting from. You can have them in here. There's even a little financial aspect, which we won't get into, where you can kind of track the work and activity you're doing with the customer. So I just wanted to show you in the CRM, you can manage those customer locations, which this is helpful for routing, which you'll see in a second. But you can have multiple locations here that you use to either visit customers, or you can have your start and stop with one customer you're starting at, another customer you're stopping at. So a lot of flexibility here. And then, of course, you can add as many customers as you need to manage your business. So that's just the CRM aspect, and of course all your accounts where you can edit, etc. So outside of CRM, what I wanted to show in the collection view is I wanted to show you, and I think I showed you dashboard and the container setup and all that stuff. But what I wanted to do is in scheduling, build a little bit of a schedule report for you to kind of show you how it works. So instead of doing scheduling first, we're going to build a route. So let's go into that. Route's important because there's two different types. There's a static and a dynamic. So let's say you have static routes. So I have a full collection route. As you can see, I already have it scheduled. And then another static route here is just Milton collection. So what we can do is go into the Milton collection one, and we see our start and stop location. So we can start, let's just say at our depot, which is this down here. And then we can go, let's say, to here, and we can have it end at a different location within our account. Well, this one we can't because we're already in an account. But let's go back and do a new one. Maybe that's a little bit easier. So start downtown. This is going to be, let's say, Mike's route, and then hit save. Name the route, of course. And now we're going to have to build the route out. So start location is going to be our depot. And then, of course, we're going to have it end at the depot. So it does a nice, quiet loop here in Milton. All right. So you can see it's saved. Now we're going to do the filter part and filter the type of containers that we want. So we can do that quickly on the left here with a quick filter. We can add them one at a time based on the type of container. So here's all the containers that are available for us to add. So we can add this one, we can add another one. Let's see, let's add that one, let's add this one, add. So you can see it's kind of going up here in numbers as we add locations here to our route. That one, a lot of garbage cans in Clarksville. Add that there, and let's pick one that's a little far away here. Hold on, let's see here. They're all loading. This one's far. Okay, and that one's added. So we got one customer location, 5 containers to go visit. Now I'm ready to schedule a route. So what it's doing now is it's doing a little bit of analytics in the background and it's allowing me to put in a schedule. So if I add a schedule, that's the name of the route here. And we're going to schedule it for tomorrow, and we're going to schedule it for 12 p.m. Whatever, doesn't matter. And then here's the other magic. So if you have a set number of trucks, you can actually select the driver that you want to add. So Claudia, she's a driver in this particular scenario, and then the type of vehicles that you have. So if you have a bunch of vehicles, whether they're garbage trucks or whether they be vans or whatever you use to collect waste, you can select the type of vehicle that's going to be doing that route. The reason that's important is because the driver will have an app on their phone that will have the routing information, and it will provide the driver turn by turn maps of their journey as they go about it. So you can see here that's scheduled for tomorrow. And if you want to preview the route, you can click on it and it'll show you um, here. If you want to show the containers on the route, it just shows you only the containers that are scheduled, and there's your start slash end. I think you can preview the route. So if you want to preview it here, it'll draw basically a line from stop to stop telling you how long it is, how many kilometers, and then if you built in another aspect, you can get the estimated weight, but it shows you one underground and 4 outdoor general waste containers. It should take around an hour and 1 minute to complete that route. Fully optimized, fully ready to go, and good for you to leverage. So schedules are there. You can kind of see if you want to look at all your schedules at a glance. You can pick the day, let's say future, and then you can see that one schedule, Mike's route for tomorrow. There's your driver, there's all your information. So very much like a business system that you can use to run the operations and take a little bit of that burden off the back of maybe your internal planning team and allow you guys to run more efficiently. So this is all included with the subscription per location per device. So for example, the devices that have smart sensors, they're going to be one subscription cost. And then all of the other ones that are just basically pickup points that you're going to make sure you go to on schedule, those are going to be a very small, less than $1 charge per location per month. So it's completely SaaS, go up, go down, whatever you need to do. No long-term commitments, although we'd like to have you at least on for a year so we can get a good ROI going for you, but completely integrated in and included in the platform. So definitely different than just grabbing sensors from, a company that I know that is offering them, smart sensors as part of the mullet container. So just wanted to share that with you, Mike. Any questions? You know how to get hold of us. Take care.